Oops, I forgot to change the stream title for Twitch. Alright, we're just gonna cut that off immediately before it plays anymore. I don't need any sounds for this. Today we're starting the first stream of splitting my day in half. I mean, game development. Game development and then a game. That's what we're doing. That's right. So the first thing I need to do is open up Godot and then put it on the stream, I think, probably. Because I mean, that's probably just like the easiest thing I can put on the stream. I still don't know how. It's fine. It's fine. I think this is sufficient. This is a sufficient way to do it. So, yeah, I'm going to be continuing the game I worked on last time, a long time ago, and I just never picked up. I'm thinking that if I stream this every single morning, then it'll actually force me to work on it. Because I just don't. I don't work on it, you know, I just don't. Also, I still have the documentation for it too. After so long, I still have it. So, yeah, today's stream is probably going to just be a lot of me looking at what I have and what I have to do, and then doing something. I'm really going to force it this time. You know, I'm going to force it down. Because I don't work on it. It's not good for me. Anyway, I don't have any music to play, and I don't really feel like playing music. Because I don't really listen to, like, believe it or not, I don't listen to game music at all. I literally don't. Like, not at all. And I'm gonna go ahead and go through each of these things and look at what I have already. Wait, actually, maybe this just immediately describes what I already have. Basic frame. If you don't remember, the game that I was trying to make last time was like a, it's like a game where you have to make cards and then the characters auto battle. So I need to figure out a lot of things, like how I'm gonna actually do the auto battle system, whether or not I'm actually gonna give the character a deck. I know how I'm going to do it, I just don't know how I'm gonna dole out like cards. I haven't really figured out the theme yet I want to go for. Though it is like a blacksmith. We can have any kind of like theme. We can have like a sci-fi theme, or we can have like a fantasy theme, classically, traditionally. Or we could have like just like a slice of lifestyle theme. You can have anything here. It really is like that. Text would just have to be changed in a way. But the core gameplay loop doesn't really change. That's the difference. Um, let me go ahead and just I'm trying to make sure I have this whole thing. I just need the scroll bar here. So, oh my god, I wrote so much stuff. Just stuff in here. Like I said I was gonna have a tax system. This is nuts. Alright, let me have a read. So I have a base customer who has nothing. The customer battle UI. Okay. Actually, I should go from top to bottom. There's the card art piece. I think that my idea was that whenever you go to make a card, it's not gonna let you draw it. It's just gonna put certain pieces into the card art. Depending on what effect you put in there. that should be fine. I need to have, if I make this way, then I need to make I need to have like a tag that tells what kind of effect it has on the card, because I actually started writing the effects it has on the card. Yeah, yeah, I did. In my document here. There's also effect assets. I guess that I think I've made this in a way that's kind of confusing. I should probably just get rid of effect assets. None of them are gonna have an effect asset. Okay. These are the fonts. Those are the fonts for the cards themselves. I have a card creator already. Okay. Card effect. Wow, okay. I separated the card effects. Okay. I don't know if this is a good idea, if I should do this a different way. Card resources. Ah, yes, okay. This one, I might honestly start with this because this is a lot easier to do. These resource nodes, just spawning them each day, like putting them in a zone. Putting this together, that seems like an easier thing to do, I think. I had ideas for different zone types already, okay. Did I actually decide to make it tiered? Yeah, I did, okay. So there's like tiers to the different resources loot they can get. And I actually kind of did make them all go to 4. I actually have like a full document that has all the different resource types and effects just written down in the cards. Like this. Oh, see, it's like all of these effects just already written down. So that's why that's what I'm referencing. Okay, that's good. So yeah, I could definitely do the resource zone thing today. That wouldn't be too hard to do. I would probably have to start with trying to get it to spawn the things, and then work from there. The NPCs thing is gonna be easy for some parts and hard for others, like the dungeon mobs. Those are gonna be easy. For the passive NPCs, those are gonna be harder. Um, I probably need like a system to handle the day itself. Like what things are gonna happen in the day, like an event scheduler, kind of. Hmm. I think the way I'm going to handle resource collection is that you're gonna get a number of resources that you can collect, and then when you exhaust all that number or you decide to just leave immediately, we'll have like a two-way of doing that. Then it will be over. So that also has to go into like the event thing, and it has to go into a system for the handling the resource zone. Oh, the resource zone UI. Okay, I have that too. Good. So, have I done any of the globals yet? No, I haven't. Okay. What pieces would have to be global? Probably the event scheduler. Probably like a resource zone handler for your event. That has to be global. Um I'm also very sorry for not titling the stream at the beginning for the Twitch stream. I literally was thinking that I need to do that and I didn't do it. But it's okay. Dang, dude, I hate that in the Google Docs, I have to deal with frickin' the Google AI. I wonder if I can just copy this into a, free, right, into a LibreOffice. Can I? Does it just copy one for one? It does, kind of. Web. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is this is, get out of here, Google. I'm not dealing with your AI. I can put my whole document inside of the inside of LibreOffice and it's exactly the same. It's like exactly the same. Oh, I just clicked something at the bottom. Well, that makes things a lot easier for me. It just goes. It works. There's no difficulty. There's like a view mode that's web versus normal, and web is apparently just straight up like web is just straight up the exact same thing as pageless or whatever it's called. And also there's tables in this. Wait a minute. They have everything in this. Okay, I'm going to 100% use LibreOffice Writer then forever. I don't care if it's not online. I can just star the document. Actually, I can just star the folder. I have a folder for all the writings that I'm doing now, so this is like a write-up. I should star that folder. Hmm. Okay. So that's literally all of the things I've just looked at. I think we should start with the resource zone actually. This is easier than doing something else. So let me do that. Um So the first thing I'm noticing is that I wanted to put a timer on all of these. That's not. I've decided against that. I'm not doing that anymore. Did I ever write that into my resource documentation about how I'm going to do it? Because I don't want to do that way anymore. Let me see. Resource. Resource. No, I didn't. I didn't put it into the document at all, actually. Okay. In that case, explainer time. I gotta write some stuff. I have to write some stuff down then. If I go like this, does it turn all of them into the right number? It does. It does turn them all into the right number. It also messed up my my document a little bit, but it's okay. Um hmm. Can I maybe write like a 16 dot? It doesn't work, but it's fine. Resource zones. And then I'll use this one. Shift F12. What a thing that I have to do. Resource. This actually needs to have like a definer. Or what did I write actually? Oh wait, no, I do have something for resources already. Okay, we don't have to do this then. Resource extraction. Move. Yeah, they do have time, but those are like it's not like real time. Um Instead of spawning like a certain number, I'm just or a certain amount of time intervals. I'm not gonna use like time intervals. I'm just gonna dump them. I'm just gonna dump a lot of them, and then you have to choose what you want. I think. At the beginning, it will be like at the beginning, it will have to be like all of them are pretty much the same because there's not gonna be too many options. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a lot of different resources though. Eventually, I probably want to have a lot of different resources. So let me change this to moves. Actually, I guess so we need tier. Yeah, we do need the tier. Oh, okay. Did I write that I wanted it this way? Because this seems good actually. This does seem like a good idea from me. That that zones have a maximum item tier. Man, I did not write this down at all. But it's okay. That seems like a good idea. Each zone will have a tier the resources will go up to. Okay, me from the past. I believe you. So the move left stuff actually needs to go in like a... It needs to go into a this one. Resource zone handler. It needs to go into a system. Not a not one of these. Which means it needs to go like this. Handles the player's zone. I guess experience? Now, I don't know what's best practice here, but this should be an int. So, and this is a variable int. So just like call it int. I think that's what you do, right? And then player has a certain amount of moves. Actually, we should call it like mines left or something. Extractions left. Oops. I should probably say to display in UI. Then there's var current zone or loaded zone. This one's gonna be harder to do because I need to load a zone. So the zones will have they will do all the spawning stuff. But this will have to handle when there's like a zone being loaded. Then there's well, that's pretty much it actually, isn't it? So I actually need to func remove extract or func perform extraction. And perform extraction will at the bare minimum subtract 1 from extractions left. There probably needs to be a signal or something. There probably needs to be a signal that tells whenever there's 0 extractions that I need to stop. We'll say pass for now. There needs to be a function that handles adding it to inventory. Inventory could probably be a system that's just always global. Add resource to inventory. For now, we'll say pass on this one too. And this will call add resource to inventory. And you know, the more I think about it, this probably needs a resource. Now the thing about Godot is that you can just put the word resource in here. So the extraction node probably also has to delete whatever they see. And actually, the more I think about it, that probably should be done by the resource zone itself. Because that'll handle like a removal. What is it saying I've done here? That's nothing. Clean this. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a nice start for that. Let's start making a resource zone then. So I think maybe every single resource zone should have like a difficulty modifier attached to it. Maybe. Where like each time you try to go into there, it reduces the amount of thing you can mine based off of what you have for your equipment. And that'll be based off of the resource zone. We'll say like every single 2 below the resource. Oh wait, no, even better idea. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, I have an even better idea. The player will be allowed to mine. Like if they'll be allowed to go into a resource zone. Actually, how am I going to handle this? Should I allow the player to go into a really high tier resource zone and then spend all of their turns mining something? Mining one singular item? Or should I just not do that? The moves will be increased by the effectiveness of the player's tool, by the way. So that means that I should probably have a new folder here that says, oops, player tool. Player tools. And then that should have, this has to do with the resources, so this is fine that I put it in. I'm working on this now. We're gonna make a base tool. I think this one can be that. Base tool can go into tools. This is where I can define things like at export tool var tool here, and then it should be 1 to 4. How did I do this in here? It's been a long time since I opened this. Export range, that's what I did. Okay. There you go. And now, depending on what your tool tier is, like that's how many moves it will take. Every single number above your tool tier will increase the amount of times you have to hit something before it like before you actually get the item. That's how it'll work. I'm thinking like every single tier you are below is gonna be like 4 more mines. 4 more moves you have to spend. And actually, I'm thinking about it. Maybe that the moves thing should be based off of the player's leveling, because I think I'm having a talent tree in this game. But not like a talent tree, but like a small skill tree for mining the items. For like a resource extraction and that kind of thing. I think that's probably that's how I was going to do it. Um okay. Determines how well tool extracts a resource, yes. Okay. Each year. Actually we'll put this on a new line. There we go. Okay. So we have that one, and then we have we have to do this kind of thing too. I might honestly just change this to make it to where there can be other types of like things. But I do need this. I need the exact same thing, but actually I'm going to change the zone one. We'll call this tool types. And we'll do this one as tool type. Tool type. This needs to change actually. I'm going to make it have different things. We'll say we'll put a hashtag there. And then we'll say or hybrids. So we'll have one like we'll say plant mineral. Are you allowed to do that, or is that illegal? I guess you're not allowed to do that. Can you do like a slash? Is that allowed? Nope. Is a pipe allowed? No. Maybe if I put like a parentheses around it. Is that allowed? No. It's okay. We'll just have it be plant mineral. We'll have it be plant monster. We'll have a mineral monster. That covers all of them, right? Mineral monster, plant monster, mineral monster. Yeah. And this is different from the tool types because the tool types can only mine the certain types. By the way, these streams are gonna be at like whatever time I decide to wake up at. They're not gonna be at like a specific time like the other stream is. The other stream in the day is probably gonna be at like around 1 or maybe earlier. Kinda similar, honestly. Okay. Now, one thing I also need to put in here actually is the tool's cost. Actually, we'll say tool price to be super specific because this is gonna be like a tool price. Oops. Because this is gonna be something that you can buy in the in a store, therefore, and sell. And sells for, wait, how much the tool costs to buy? Yes. And presents, or and sells for half the amount. You can, well, I'm gonna let the player sell their worthless their worthless tool that they start with if they want to. So the base tool will probably be like 10 or something. There's gonna be a gold system in this game, so it's not just gonna be all trading and all that stuff. Okay. So that's that part. Uh, hmm. Port var tool price. Dude, my brain literally is like, it just like destroyed me this morning. I was trying to get a little more sleep because I knew I could do this at like around 9. Or I should have, I should have I should have started the stream at around 9. Like within the time frame of 9 to 10 a.m. And it literally, I was like so incapable of sleeping. But I was like waking up and like checking the time and waking up and checking the time. And my brain threw me a dream of me in between that, a dream of me waking up and checking the time, and it was 10 a.m. My brain destroyed. And then it wasn't 10 a.m., it was 7. Ah, it's so annoying. Anyway, so annoying that it did that. So that's this stuff. That pretty much does just like define all this stuff for the resource zone. Let's give each resource zone like a we're gonna give each resource zone a base number of like extractions that you would be given based on how easy it is. So that's like, that needs to be an exported number. Base number of extraction. Colon int. Oh, var, right. And then this needs to go, this just needs to be passed right now. So the reason why I think this should be a thing is because I think that, well, actually, maybe this is just something that needs to be calculated. You know what? Actually, yeah, this will be something that's just calculated. So number of extractions needs to be something that I calculate. Hmm. Oh. Okay, okay, no, I'm getting distracted. Dude. Wait, there's no way that word's real, right? Yeah, that one's real. What the heck? Open it. Okay, I'm still getting distracted. Go get some water real quick. Dude, my arm is like super painful, even after, especially after yesterday. Oh yeah, today is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, I guess. I don't really. How many people classify as Jedi, by the way? Jedi religion. Oh my god, it's real. How many followers? Oh, we have a 0.7% religion of Jedi. Now that's awesome. That's like not nothing. That's like 300,000 people at least. Sorry, times 7. Wait, there's no way that that's real. Okay, no, I'm getting it. Oh my god. Stop. I'm hiding Google completely. No more Google. Google is officially prohibited. So I'm thinking that this number will be based on the amount the players extraction or tools power and the zones here. Yeah. That's how that'll work. And it'll do this calculation at the beginning. So we'll just say for now of extractions will equal 0 for now. To show that this will be edited. That will be edited in the future. And now I think I want to do the fun thing. So the fun thing about this part is that we have to think about how to spawn things. Var extract or extraction node list. So first off, we need to make something that populates the list. So let's make a func populate list or node list will require a node list, and that will basically do extraction node list dot. Is it add all? Okay, I need to use Google again. Oh wait, I didn't make it an array actually. Oops. You know, it's surprising that Google doesn't show me annoying nonsense. It doesn't show me annoying nonsense at all, actually. Whenever I go to, oops. Whenever I go to look up the stuff, it doesn't show me annoying nonsense. Which is great. It didn't show me the Google thing when it didn't show me stupid Gemini. It's almost like Google works like no. It's crazy how you know you look at the time whenever Gemini wasn't implemented and now, or how I feel anyway. Whenever I go on Google and then like I feel the experience of going on there, and then what happens is I legitimately like look on there, and whenever I see AI, I just think I don't want to use this anymore. That was definitely not the case back then. Oh wait, No, wait, we can do this. We have to do this in a certain way. Okay. So I'm gonna have like text files that hold all the different resources because I'm probably gonna have more than one type of resource. More than one type of resource for a list or for its own. Honestly, I should probably make 3 of each resource at each different year, at least. Did I ever? How many resources did I make so far on actually? For each. So we have 2 tier 1 minerals, and then one of the other 2. Wait, actually, that might not be true. There's 2 plants. There's 3 minerals, actually. Okay, so there's 2 plants, 1 monster, and 3 minerals. I could make more, honestly. I could make a lot more. There's, let's see, 111, 12, oh no, 112, 212. Oh. 3 that you have to put together in tier 2. And that's it. So it's like 3, 2, 3. I have to make like I need to make like 3 of each or something. I think if we start with 3 of each, we should be good. But I need to think of more effects then. Maybe maybe like in addition to like maybe like base quality, you know, that could be something. Oh yeah, you know there should be a zone that's just like all. Maybe this is actually worthless. No, maybe it's not worthless. Maybe whenever I go to this, it depends on which way I want to put together this. This could be worthless, honestly, because basically what I could just do is whenever I make this, instead of doing this. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. This could be worthless because I could just decide that the way I handle the thing is I just dump it all. But also I could use the zone type. I could use it whenever I go to write the code for determining which resource zone. Which, by the way, the more I think about it, resource zone, oh no, not UI, resource zone handler needs to do the populate list and stuff. I think I need to make I think I need to. It's not really making it, but I need the file reader again. Hold on. I made a file reader for the other game. Oops. That I made last year and I finished, but didn't really like finish. I just made I made like a prototype and I never came back to it. I need my file reader once again. Do you think I can just copy it in there? Nope, but I can do this. Open in File Manager. Copy, paste. Will it just be able to use it immediately? It will. Okay. Actually, I can't use this at all. Alright, close it, get rid of it. I gotta make a new one. Because I made that one super specific. I made that one a little bit specific. I'll have to make a new file reader. It's okay. And you know, I'll think of this one ahead, because the way I'm gonna think of this ahead is that I'm going to think about which things I need to read. You know, I'm gonna think about which things. Like, for example, I need to be able to read zone, zone resource list reader, which will require a resource zone list. And you know, for now, that's all we'll do. Reads a text file for its resources it contains. Which means, oh hey, I have that already. Okay. New folder, resource. You know, these windows, they don't pop up on the screen actually. Resource zone list. And I'm not gonna tier them or I'm not gonna put like a hierarchy of of folders in this one, because I think I went too far and overboard with that. But I will go plant resource tier 1. Actually, you know what? I have to think about that, how I do that one. I have to think about it. Anyway, let's back to this. So now that okay, let's just say that I've done the population stuff. I'm sorry, what did I write here for this spawning? I said I'm going to use a navigation map. Okay. Okay. I'll have to see about this. Let's go into this whole bit. No, let's do. Oops. Okay, we finally get to go out of the script and into this thing. We don't need work timer anymore. That can actually go from all of them. Work timer will not be used anymore. No, I actually maybe should have a timer that spawns things, but that would have to happen every single, like, maybe 5 moves or something. that the player doesn't run out of things to break. Maybe that's what I could do. Maybe after there's no more resources to remove. Oh, that's a good idea. Resources, let's say resources left, and then we'll call that one an int. That will be like that if that hits 0, then maybe we should actually then do a repopulation of the resources. You know, one thing I'm actually not really sure how to do if I wanted to do it is make them not all just like appear at once, because I feel as though it really just spawns them super fast. Usually whenever I do it. I think I'd have to like put like a fake stopgap to it, like a timer. Actually, maybe we'll even make it a move to redo the like re-roll the resources available. Oh, that might be an idea. That could use up like an extraction turn. I don't know if it should spend one or if it should spend like more than one now. Spawn resources. So we can go in here for real now. We can go in here for real. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this though. So if I'm going to spawn resources in, would it be a thing that I need to use like a tile map layer? Hmm. Can I like analyze like a layer itself and then put something inside of it? That's the real question. Also, I kind of want to have a mini game for each mining thing that changes the amount that you get. But I'm not sure what kind of mini game I want to do. The mini game in my brain right now is the freaking Hollow Live one. For what's that game called? Opening Steam for research. I think I do need a tile map player actually. Man, there are so many games in here that are just like I do not play them at all. No, it's not Idle Showdown. So does this take me there? Hmm. This doesn't take me there. Did I put it under games I should play? Oh, Hollow Cure, that's what it is. I put it under games that I should play. Okay. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Hollow Cure's minigame. I don't want to do that. I want to do something else then. Hmm. I could literally make it crazy. I could make it Sudoku. No, but then that makes it hard for like mobile. What if I made it like math problems with multiple choice answers? That would be kind of mean, actually. That would be a little mean. What if I made it oh, what if I made it something that I just took recently, which was something very annoying. It was like this weird perception quiz that I had to take for a job application. That would be something annoying. Hmm. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I don't know if I should be using a tile map layer or not. Maybe like I guess this would depend on how I do the resource itself, right? Resource. Test resource. I have a test resource? Oh, hey, there we go. Holds all the functions all resources will have. Yeah, that is what it does. That is what this does. This is kind of self-explanatory. Wow, you can do an enum like this. This is insanity. Shouldn't this be something else? Shouldn't this be like plant? No? No, this has actually gotta be wrong, I think. There's no way this is okay. I think it has to be like this. I think it's gotta be like this. I don't think I can use this enum thing because these are strings. I don't think this is okay. I don't think that was okay, actually. You know what? Maybe it was okay. I don't know. Ugh. Okay. Let me think. The problem that I'm having right now that I'm colliding with actually is that whenever you go to spawn like a resource, I don't want it to spawn them all on top of each other. I want them to be in different zones. That's actually something that I even saw in Path of Exile that had a problem, is that they spawned some things on top of each other. Like, for example, those little Jinn lockers. They spawned the astral one on top of the silver one, and it was a little bit it was a little bit annoying. But maybe it's not actually that much of a problem. Who knows? Like, the problem is that if I do that, then it's going to take from different things. It's gonna take. It's basically there's a chance that the character might actually mine more than one. I don't want that. Like, they might extract more than one thing at a time. And I'm pretty sure that will cause bad problems. So, I'll have to think about how I do this. I have to think about it. I think it does need a tile map zone. Oops. I think it does need this, but I'm not sure. Navigation obstacle. Maybe it's actually a navigation region. Navigation agent. Wow. The funny thing is, we don't need anything at all like this for this game. We don't need anything about navigation maps like for an NPC at all, because there's no such thing as chasing. The actual fights in this game will be these kind of auto battling turn-based thing. It's not turn-based, but it's like the character will automatically do certain things. Auto turn-based. Like Battlegrounds, kind of, honestly. When I think about it. All of this is apparently experimental, though. Okay, hold on, let me see. Navigation is on. There's a navigation. Physics. So if I add... Let me go get a tile set, kind of. Actually, you know, the way I could do this is, I calculate... I make like a grid in code, and then I place them in the grid in code. And then whenever I go to actually place them, I use the calculation to find out where to exactly place them. I could do that. That would be like a way simpler form of something that I did make. The roguelike dungeon. Yeah, you know, that might actually work. That might work fine. That means I have to determine how I do the tile map layer, though. That also means that maybe certain areas... I don't know. We'll see how I do that. The thing is, the funny thing I'm thinking about actually is that if one thing that might set the different resource zones apart, whenever I go to make them, will be that they have different varying sizes, so I'll have maybe more than one grid. That could be a thing. So yeah, maybe that's something that will be handled by the separate kinds, and the base resource zone won't have that. In which case, I should start making a resource zone. I need to pick my theming for this game. I think I'm just gonna go fantasy, though. I'm really thinking that, because I love fantasy a lot. Fantasy is probably my favorite genre of game. I'm gonna be honest. The post-apocalyptic stuff, if it's not Fallout, it's kind of boring for me, actually. Believe it or not. I don't really play post-apocalyptic, like, at all. My games that I've played that are post-apocalyptic are like Fallout. That's it. I don't know if what's that one game called? I didn't even finish it, but it was by Obsidian. What was it called? The one that had like Spacer's Choice. What was that one? Oh, Outer Worlds. I think that one was maybe a little bit like a bit of a post-apocalyptic, a little bit, not really though, but like I don't really play that game all the way through. Which brings in the thing. I don't think I even play space games too often. I don't even play sci-fi games. So I'm thinking it probably could just be like a fantasy game. The reason why this is all important though is because I need to make a tile set. And I can probably do the tile set on my own. I wonder how big I want to make the tiles though. Maybe like 250. Maybe they can be like, it's 250, no, 256 by 256 is probably too much. We'll do 64 by 64 tiles. That means I'll give myself 640 by 640. Now I am not an expert tiler, so do with that information what you will. That sounds a lot like I said my name is Tyler. That's literally how that sounds. Let me navigate all the way to Godot real quick. The Godot folder. Where is my Godot? Oh, there it is. Honestly, I wish I had like. I wonder if there's like a. Hold on. Game tile software, art software. See, I have Ace sprites, but it's super old. My version is super old, I think. What the heck is this? 107. Okay, no. This is another distraction. Just another distraction. Hold on. Ace sprite. Oh shoot, this is the source code. Actually, wait. Do they still let you do this? You cannot save files with the trial version. Oh. Oh. Alright, hold on, wait. I do need to look this up. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, okay, wait, maybe this one works. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Honestly, I don't even really need much. I just need like the ability to instantly make a grid. I don't want to make a grid on my own. Okay, wait, maybe this one will work. That I've just found. And it opened it in my notepad. It almost crashed my computer because of that. Thanks. Thanks. New tile set. Blood. Wait. I think it wants me to make it like, okay. You know what? I'll just do it. I'll just make the grid myself. Okay, hold on. Oops. Godot. Oops, no, it should be Godot project. Oops. Oh, I found some tile sets already. Did I? Hold on. Where is that in? No, wait, that's a different thing, actually, I think. Hold on. Arcanum Multiverse Edition. Wow. Oh, that is from 2 years ago. Holy crap. What the wow. I made this 2 years ago, apparently. What's like the size on this? Properties. Oh, these are very small. These are like 8-bit. Oh, there, it says 8-bit. That's true. It is, it does say, it says 8-bit. It says 8-bit. It does in fact say 8-bit on that, doesn't it? It does in fact say 8-bit. Oh my god, every single tile is individually made. With this tile set, they made every single... Oh wait, no, there's a tile map. Yeah, this has every single tile on it. Okay, that's one that I have. I think I'm gonna have to go into my thing. My library. And then click view all, and then go and just scroll through here and see what things I have. I apparently have Pico 8. That's something that I have. I have Mongirl Tile. I have so many things in here. So many game things. You know, a ton of them. Hold on, let me show. My purchases, itch.io. What things can I pick from here? That one might be good. Maybe. This is apparently old and they're reworking it. This one's apparently free. This reminds me of a game that I built, or not built, I played on the Switch. Called Forager. Um, I don't know, 8-bit feels so small. I think I will just make like a tile set. I'll just have to make a tile set. Okay. In that case, this really does need to go into Godot, the Godot folder, and then I have to go to Godot project, and I have to go to MCB. Because it's actually in a different, I put it in a different place, actually. And we're gonna have to make this be zone tile set. Base grid. And now I can reveal this one. So I have to make like a grid with the pixel one. Because I'm not using a real software. This has to be 64 by 64. I wonder if there's like just like a tool that makes it into a tile set somehow. We'll just color each of them with a different color. Or maybe like we'll do alternating colors. Because putting the actual thing on there is confusing. We'll do like pink and this kind of minty color. Okay. Oh jeez. It's like I'm making a freaking it's like I'm making a printer paper almost. Like a test print sheet. I remember at some point asking my brother-in-law if he could make me art for a game, but he can't do pixel art at all. His art style really is just like portraits. He does a lot of portraits. He does like portraits for a lot of famous people. That's what he does. As in he makes drawings of famous people. He doesn't like make them for the he like commit he does like he has a channel actually where he's just started posting. I was supposed to promote it, but I just never remember to do it. But yeah, that he cannot do like pixel art at all, as far as I can tell. Which just really shows like how important style I think is, isn't it? Now, if you're thinking to yourself, "Wow, that took a long time," you're gonna do that for all the things? No, I'm not crazy. We're just gonna shimmy this down, move it over by a bit, and then we're gonna have to do something like this. Fill that in. And then we merge this down. And then we select all of it. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut it. And then we're gonna go like that. And then that leaves, oops, that leaves this. So this should not be, yeah, it should not include that part that's outside. And then we copy this and we just move it down. That's what we're gonna do. Make sure it's on the right thing. Make sure nothing is off. It really isn't saying that it's already Monday. I was very angry yesterday. I have been so very angry recently with how I feel as though my time is being wasted all the time. There's a grid. There's a grid for making tiles. Look at that. I've been really feeling upset. Um, Now, I guess no, it's not fine that I do it in that way. I guess it's, actually maybe it is fine. So we'll do, now I'm having second thoughts. Do I want to do a fantasy style thing? Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I really do, yeah. We'll start with we'll start with like what do I want to start with? Do I want to start with the plant place, the mineral place, or the... Okay, if we do a plant place, then it should probably be like a what's it called? It should probably be something like a farm for the first tier. I was thinking that it should be a farm. Copying kind of from Gothic. And if it's a farm, then I guess there should be like a muddy path of some kind. Which means I should actually make something along the lines of, oh yeah, by the way, this can go. I should probably start with something like a 9 but a 3x3. And I should go, whoops. I should go like, what color grass do I want to use? We can use any color of grass we want. We can make it like the color blue and make it orange. But actually, I should probably start with the color black to make contours. So yeah, we're gonna make a pathway. We're gonna make a little pathway here. And I mean, this is how you make a pathway that you can make contiguous. Actually, wait, I've already messed up. On the vertical parts, I need to make sure that it can be contiguous. So it needs to end on, like, the last pixel needs to end on the first pixel. There's that. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm such not an artist. I'm such not an artist. Dies in not artist. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do like. Ah, I feel like it's already wrong. It needs to be. There needs to be less space. Okay. That's 4. That's 4. I can see it with my eyes. Oops. That's 4 and 4. Next. I have to do like this. Whoops. We'll keep up the 4 and 4 thing. Like that. Whoops. This is gonna be like a corner, obviously. Well, I did not go high enough, actually. Okay, that looks fine. And then... Dude, what if we just made it, like, super blank? What if we actually just didn't? Now, this is for a pathway. So... I mean, like... It's not gonna be for the whole thing, you know? Look at that, I hit the 4 easily, instantly. I fucked up the 4 on the easy part, though. It's like we're making a giant donut, really. That's what we're doing. That's what you have to do, right? I could just turn this sideways. This actually does just cover everything. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be weird. Be weird about it. Oh shoot. Okay, we fixed it. Oh shoot, this is wrong too. There you go, that's fixed too. No, wait. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. I'm probably gonna use like an asset thing for all the mobs, honestly, because I mean, I did make monsters for the last one, but like I don't think I did I don't know if I did my best with making that, honestly. I didn't really have like I don't really have the expertise, but I tried my best. I did borrow some tile assets, but that was for like a theming of the last game that I made. Not really like the entire game was like that. It was just purely a theming, really. Okay. I'm actually almost done with this first part with the contours, and then we'll be able to do the filling, you know. Oh, I had it on E. Like that. And then that's probably like the only detail that really matters, right? Is that I make sure that it connects point A to point B. There you go. There's our donut. The donut has been made. And you know what? We'll go with like a red grass. We'll go with like a red grass. Which may seem weird, but I like the red grass. And the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna fill that in. Actually, should it be like a darker brown or darker red? I think it should be a darker red. And then we're gonna go hide this, delete the center. And now that's the whole thing. That's that part done. But now we need to add the actual grass, which can be something like this. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I should make a filled in grass, the more I think about it. Yeah, there should be a filled in grass. There should be a filled in grass cell. And you know, the path will be like a brown. Or, you know, a yellow, I think. It'll be a yellow. Like a sand. A land where the grass is red. And there's sandy pathways. I'm really nervous laughing and not able to do art. It feels so bad. Being a coder and not an artist. Um, I kind of wish I had like this ability to just add specs, but not like this. Because even though I have this ability to add specs into here, like that, I don't really like that way. I wish it was like perfect pixels. God, this is the worst part of Krita, by the way, over here. The freaking text. The way they've changed how text editing works. Oh, jeez. I think I closed one of my docs. Hold on. How do you change what docs you have in here? Hmm. Tool options. I really don't know what these mean. Actually, I really don't. Texture splat 3. This one's tree? No, it's not. It's not tree. I'll just have to add the dots in myself. We're gonna add some like gravelly bits in the sand. Where's my pixel? Where's my pix? Oh, there it is. Gray. Gray. Gray in the dot. Gray in the sand. Gray. Gray. Some larger rocks in the thing. Gray. Some medium-sized rocks in the thing. There's probably a means to add your own brush that does this, but you know, I don't have it, so I don't have the knowledge to do that, the know-how to make your own brush that does this. Put more dots in. Honestly, I should just go size by size, shouldn't I? So I don't have to switch size all the time. Kind of weird how at this size, like, man, this is starting to look like a pizza, actually. At this size, somehow it makes a little nose on him. Look at that. See how some of them are like a face that points with a little nose? Oh, that one made like a gray lemon. I really am making a pizza. This is a pizza tower stream. I get to... I have not opened Pizza Tower in years. Years. Oh. Let's just go ahead and put all these specs in. Time for the other dots. This really is a pizza. I think I don't want to do red grass anymore. I think I want to do bluegrass. Then it will look like... You know, I know what it'll look like, but I don't know what it's called. It's like an ice cream flavor. Like a it's like a birthday cake. It looks like that's what it is. It looks like birthday cake flavor ice cream if I make it the color blue. Hmm. You know, fantasy doesn't mean you can't sprinkle in some weird element. Definitely doesn't mean that. There we go. That rock looks like pizza for real. You know, I'm really not liking it. Let's make this a different color. Change it to that color. No. Let's change it to this color. That looks like pizza again. Let's change it to pink. No, now it doesn't. Now it looks like a bad donut. Like a rotten donut. Let's change it to a green. A grayish green. No. Change it to this. We'll change it to yellow, back to yellow. We'll change the color of the rocks. We'll change them to the color red for real. Oh wait, we can't do that. Colorize. Now we can. Now it's pizza for real. No. Keep it the color that. We'll have a oh, I like this color. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go to the restroom right quick. I'll be back. You know what thing I should actually do? I know what I should do. I know what one way we can make it look better. First off, I'm going to change all the color. I'm going to change the color black to a different color. Oh shoot, it doesn't select it right. I have to select it all manually, but it's okay. How is it so hard to select all of it? And the interior. I have to get the interior too. Let's change it to like the same color as this, but a little darker. I like this one. And then we have to go. Where's my bigger one? There it is. And there's that all filled in. Oh, hold on, give me a second. Okay. Then we need to add like an outline to it. That's what we need to do. So maybe a darkened outline. What the heck? It's being laggy. What the frick? Oh, I get it now. Do I want the color dark blue actually? Maybe I want a different color. Maybe we can add an outline to it actually. Maybe we can use the outline tool. No, that actually messes every single thing up all at once, actually. The more I think about it. Alright, we'll just do it manually then. So this first grid is going to be this first tile layer, this first tile set is going to be for like a farm that farms blue grass. What kind of thing should I have in there? Thinking about it. I wonder. I'm gonna have a purple. And we can be, I want to be messy with it. A little bit messy with it. You know, the purple outline. I really wish I could select this easily. That's actually fine. In fact, I should do that more often. I should cut into the, oh. No! I should have just, I should just grab the color. Yeah, I want to cut into it more often, actually. But it's okay to cut into it. Oh my god, I'm doing something that I'm thinking in my brain I shouldn't do, which is focus on finer details when it comes to pixel art. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to, right? Like, nobody really, it's not really noticeable. Oh, okay, okay. Fix it the easy way, not the hard way. I am definitely not an artist. People are probably like, this is like the 58th step you do when it comes to art. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this immediately. What's wrong with you? Yeah, you know, they're right, probably. Oops. This is the 99th step, and you're at step number 4. What are you doing? What the heck are you doing? You can't just be doing this. This is purposeless. Focus on getting the contour done. It looks a little diseased. Dang, I really do wish I could, like, I wish, I wish I could just outline it easier. Okay. I really do wish that, could just, like, draw, like, just select it all and then give it an outline, really. You know, I really do. Just impossible, though. You can't do it. Cannot be done. Krita is confused. Krita is very confused. And you know, I'm doing this purple and it's making me want to make the blue part purple, actually. This darkened blue. Like, the path is extra different. And you know, it's actually making me want to change the yellow to a purple. Or like this color. Like a purple, it's like a purple sand kind of. That's what it is. Alright, back to this. Hey, you know, if I have purple sand, then I may as well have other colored rocks, right? So let's colorize these rocks with this. Do you think this land has green rocks? I'm kind of getting into the color font of No wait, he uses yellow, doesn't he? Imp Lemon. I haven't watched an Imp Lemon video in forever, but I don't. It's because certain videos have just sort of like fallen off of me. Believe it or not, they really have. Certain video styles have just dropped off for me. Don't watch them no more. That's the truth. I remember at some point I was really, really into watching a lot of like YouTube poops of SpongeBob. I can't remember when that was, but then one of the people who was making those, one of them was like they were doing illegal things in a Discord, and then that was part of the reason why I stopped going on and watching them. And that person was also a bad person, so I doubled down on the no longer watching them. That was quite a while ago though. Oh, I missed a pixel there. If you noticed, I totally missed that pixel because it was one pixel. By the way, in case it wasn't, in case you don't know, there is going to be a second stream today. That's going to be the gaming part of the stream. This is the developer part of the stream. And the gaming part of the stream, that one will be Path of Exile for today, I think. Let me go double check. And that'll be after lunch. Yeah, I kind of didn't fill in my whole stream schedule for this week, but basically the other half of this week is nothing. I'm not gonna stream from. I'm not gonna be streaming from Thursday to no, sorry, Friday to maybe Monday. I don't know if I'll be able to make it on Monday or not. We're gonna fill this in with a different color. I really wish that my freaking thing worked. I do. I really wish it did. The color selector tool just doesn't work right for some reason. I've created a lot more fragments as well. So painful. Click on each of them. Ooh. Oh, by the way, I that isn't to say I was talking about YouTube poop. I watch YouTube poop still. It's just not the SpongeBob ones. I just don't watch the SpongeBob ones. I watch an excessive amount of very tall Bart instead. Purple. Maybe not that purple. Maybe a little bit of a lighter purple. Purple. Maybe darker purple. Purple. Maybe more vibrant purple. Purple. Maybe a less blue purple. Purple. Maybe actually a pink. Pink. No, we're gonna go back to purple. And I do want a more blue purple. Okay. And now I think I have to outline the inside too, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll not do it for now. I do not like this green. Refilter. It didn't select all the color. I'm noticing that it didn't select all the color. Actually, maybe I should have been fine with that. But I think I need to change the base color first. We're gonna go for a... Maybe it's time to go back to gray gravel. Maybe it's time to go back to gray. Or even white. White sprinkles in our donut. Can I get not all the sprinkle parts? No, we get all the sprinkle parts now because they're all the color white, and white's easy to isolate apparently. Frick. It's all right. We're gonna add more dots actually. I think. Real quick. More sprinkles to this donut. I'd like more sprinkles on my donut, please. Thank you. You know, the funny thing is we can really mess them up too. We can turn these all the wrong way. You know? You can go into Godot. Let's go ahead and well, actually no, let's finish up the tile first. Then we'll mess them up in Godot. What color grass should grow out of the green or the blue? Maybe like this color grass. You know, I think the correct way to make grass is actually to like tip the top with a different color and make them like little eyeballs. Maybe sometimes they change direction. Jeez, is this convoluted? They're like little people almost, right? They're like little people. Welcome to Poo Poo Ross. What you're gonna want to do is make a tiny little person, you know, a tiny little person with the grass. Really, tiny little people with the grass. And then once you've made your tiny little people with the grass, don't worry about how you place them. You can't really go wrong with making tiny little people in the grass. Even if you accidentally do something like that, that is totally fine. You can make all kinds of people. And I think here in the middle, with all this tile grass, we have to also add some of this, I think. Do I want to add the dithering? Maybe I do. How does it look with the dithering? Not even a little good, actually. Oh, geez, don't make my legs break. Ooh. What is this? What is this different mode? Oh. Dang, I didn't even select these colors right. That's nuts. Hmm. You know what I kind of need? I need pixel, but with like a slight variation on the color. That's what I need. I need the pixel tool, but with the slight variation. Hmm. Wonder if there's a way for me to do that. No, that's polka dots. I don't think there's really a way for me to do that, is there? There's not like a scatter dots brush. I really wish I had that. A scatter dots brush. Pixel with... I'm realizing I don't think... Am I even showing... Oh no, I am. Light, pixel brush with light variation. um... I'm going to a very small... Oh. No, that's something else completely. See, the one thing I don't want is something like this, actually. I don't want this. See, I don't really want that. Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. I don't know why I don't know why it's, whenever I use the move tool, it's taken some of the purple. I don't really want to take any of the purple. Oh shoot. What have I done? What is this one, by the way? Oh, it's a bunch of these. Wait, that one does color variation. What? One does color variation. Wait, that actually is helpful. I made this a long time ago. How come that one does color variation? Do I have any other ones like that? I think I've got like a cactus, right? Oh, it doesn't make color variation though. Why does this one do color variation? Oh, is it like this one? Maybe it's like this one. That's probably it. Wait, no, we're not gonna get rid of the grass already. Let me blur it all. Oh, whoops. Does this do what I want? I don't think it does. I don't think this does what I want. Not at all does this do what I want. This kind of does what I want. But not really. Maybe does this do what I want? Nope. This just makes it random colors, though. This almost does what I want. If they were smaller. If what I wanted was something completely different. Nothing does what I want. Hmm. Oh well, it's okay. It's alright. Maybe we can do something ridiculous like make this into a brush. Hold on. Whoops. I selected too hard. Now everything is selected. What is mutate? What is mutate? What did I just do? Undo the mutate. Oh geez, I have no idea what I've just done to my own tools. Alright, it's okay. How do I make a brush again? Where's brush editor? Oh geez. Been so long since I've had to do any of this. 10 brushes. Make brush Rita. Oh my. Oh my. It's this button, right? There it is. Oh geez. How old is this documentation? Well, no, that's not what I'm looking for either, is it? Article. Oh geez. Yes. Where did I put where did I put that grass? It didn't put it anywhere, really. What is that? What is the splotchy thing? Oh, there it is. I'll see how well it does this, honestly. Save, new brush preset. I called it dying. I called it dying. Wait, it's not even... Oh, it's because it's all the same color. Oh, shoot. Okay, that does not do what I think it does at all, and I should just delete this. I should just delete this brush preset. How do you do... Trash can. Trash can. I have little cactuses for some reason. By the way, I can make that one. Ugh. Wait, I just hit Control S and... Oh no, I hit Control S in OBS. Oh frick, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. That's alright, we'll just keep making these. Okay. I'll just make the grass the normal way. You know, maybe actually wait, maybe there's a way. Is it still copied in here? It should be copied in here, right? Grass. Yes. Then we make it a... Is it a shape? Is that the one you want to use? No, maybe it's actually clone. Up. You know what? This doesn't do what I want at all. I give up. Delete it again. Trash it again. Trash it all. I give up. I'm gonna just draw little things then. Oh shoot, what have I done? What have I done? I've overwritten. I've overwritten the most powerful one. Overwrite. We'll just fix it. Did I do something to this? Spikes. Hmm. No, it's not off in any way. Back to making little grass blades. I'm realizing, you know, there can be parts where it's just like the top part, huh? Inside of here. I really do wish I could just like kind of dither the colors, I guess. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there is a way. Let me try this again with the move tool. Where did my move tool go? No, it's cutting out the other thing. All right, you know what? We have to restart on all of the little things. To refill all this in. Select this. Maybe shrink is better. This kind of gives me an effect that I want. Which is that I want it to it's blending too much of the interior actually. That is something I want honestly though. And then here I make it bigger, or not bigger. I do the opposite tool. Whoa. It's not selecting that zone. Oops. You know, it makes the outline look a little better, I think. And then, oops. I guess this should be like, wow, that is wonk. Now, does this look better at all, actually? It just looks kind of blurry. I like the little grass. I like the tiny outline. And you know what? I've been here for so long making art. My brain is hurting from the art. Art hurts my brain. Programming doesn't. Most normal thing you can say as a human being. You know, there should probably be like flowers in the grass, shouldn't there? Hmm. I mean, this is making my head hurt though. Okay. Let's take a look inside of here and we'll see if this is like okay to use. And then can I do maybe the smudge? Does a smudge treatment help? It honestly doesn't really help. Maybe the smudge treatment without the dithering? Does that help? I don't really know why it does the parts that aren't even a part of it. I honestly do like it though. I have to admit that one I like. It's not too much. The game had to do a calculation there. Or the game, the Krita had to do a calculation. Yeah, I think I like that better. And then I think I want to smudge the white. If that's possible, can I do that? Maybe if we use the, no, this was the color one. What if we use the move tool instead? Whoa. Whoa. Move tool is so weird. It's dawning on me that since I used the smudge on this, you know what? We can't do little grass bits. We have to just we have to do something else. I am seeing that it messes some stuff up, but it's okay. We can wait. I hit the line. I put the line one on. Oops. Put the line one on. So if I go like this, will it select all of it? No, it won't actually. It knows. If I keep smudging it, it actually does kind of spread like a varying shade through the whole thing. Which is what I wanted for grass. Like, it is the thing I wanted. So I think I'm gonna keep on smudging, blurring and smudging it. I really need to start thinking about what things they're gonna harvest though here in this bluegrass land. Okay, that was all for just that tile set. I'm gonna go mad in the head. Oh jeez. Maybe I need to pay less attention. I'm not even really done. I have to do this part too, don't I? We'll just go for another smudge. Just a nice little smudge. In the same way. Ugh. Alright, hold on. Hide this. We'll use this for a test, actually. You know, we'll just use this for a test. This will be like a grassland. PNG blue grassland. Alright, I can finally go back to Godot. We're gonna make a test zone real quick. Wait, what am I doing? This will go in locations. This will go in resource zone. This will go here. And then we add child. Tile map. You know, I don't even know why tile map layer is here anymore. It should just be gone. Let's make a new tile set. Add the let's add a thing. Let's go into this one. Did it know to make it 64 by 64? No. Those are each tile. And you know, I'm realizing this is the part where I need to determine what size window I want this team to be in. I'm thinking we just make it like a I've never done like a more square window. I want people to have that same problem that I have with games where they're the wrong aspect ratio. It's under a window, isn't it? And I want it to be like 640 by 640 because I am chaos. Alright, my tile layer is off actually. Why is it off like this? Because this tile layer is wrong. 64, please. Never mind, that's not right. There we go. The funny thing is, we actually can just rotate one. Except it looks wrong. So we're not gonna do that. If I made it more simple and I didn't add all the shading and stuff, then maybe it would have worked. Wow, it actually doesn't really work at all with the center bit, does it? I need like a blue square. That's what I need. Okay, I can do that real quick. It's dawning on me that the background is not fully it's like not fully filled in. Undo all the shading. I don't want the shading after all. Shoot, can I not undo all the shading? I can undo all the shading. Let me hide this. And then, you know what, actually, I should just have this in the background for this one. Test grid. That's what this should be. It shouldn't be blue grassland. This should be test grid. And now we remove this and we restart. Let's put test grid in there. Yay! It's all in there. We can go like this and like that. This and like that. There we go. Poor little grid, it's so confused. It doesn't know what to do. Poor little grid is so confused. I've confused it to high hell. Now I could do this if I wanted to. And it just works, actually. Varying rectangles. It kind of looks like Roblox, actually. It kind of looks like I'm writing a word. Wait a minute. Cool. Oh, wait. Cool. Right, so why did I do all this? Oh yes, I could test whether or not also I could test whether or not this works. The spawning. I have to do the spawning of the things. In that case, fill everything with just this. Okay. So if I want to do this. Custom data layer. I should look up how to make this work. Oops. Control F, custom data. Oh. How do I access this in code? Dang, these tile sets, they are so constructed for like a platformer that when you go in here, all they have is platformer examples. So many platformer examples. Can contain item. Do I make it can contain item, or do I make it, do I just set the actual thing to it? Bool. No, not in bool. Is it, can you access this in text in like the thing? Hold on. This one for sure should be on. All like, unless there's something in there. Extend. Test zone. Var. Tiles. Bunk. Ready. Tiles equals get a dollar sign. I've learned that you can do dollar sign tile map layer. Tiles dot there. Tiles dot, let me read this. File set dot custom geez, this is convoluted. Maybe we should, maybe as a test I should attach it to this. No, actually don't do that. And also delete that. Discard. I need to delete that, in fact. How do I access the custom data layer? No, this is showing me the wrong thing, actually. Access custom data layer in script. Oh, wait, okay, I should just look at tile map or tile set. Oh. So if I do... Oh, okay. This is, there's apparently something else that I'm supposed to do. You know what? I think I'm just gonna use the... I'm just gonna use the thing. I'm just gonna make a function that places them in a grid. At least now I know my grid, you know, 64 by 64 tiles in the grid. So I know where to put them. I do still need to make this thing in general, so this is fine. But I'm definitely just gonna make a grid. And that probably has to go in the base one. So we'll see about that. Maybe even more than one grid. The thing is with a grid, you can't make like a you can't make like a weirdly, you can't make like a, how do you say that? You can't make a thing, I guess you can make a grid that's like kind of differently shaped. It's just weird to do, is all. And hard to do. Okay, wait, I get it. I got it. I think I know. I think you actually can use the this thing. You can use this thing. Um, I have an idea of how I can use this thing. So I'm gonna take the custom layer and then what I'm gonna do is let me write this down. Implementation. This is a part of the implementation. Resources will be placed in a grid that takes from the tile map. Tile maps tile set custom data layer called can contain item to create a grid of maximals of these are gonna be like hard coded sizes, so they're gonna be like constant size each time a zone is made. This will be used to make the placement of resources easier. Each time I'm gonna like each time like I call the function that places all the things, it will check each box to see if each box can have a thing or not. That's what's gonna happen. And this also means that I can dodge things like pathways. And basically I can like flip a coin each time I hit a part on the pathway that can have a resource. And then, I can choose to delete it or keep it. Part of me wonders if maybe this whole project would have been easier in like RPG Maker, if that would have been the thing that I should do. But then again, I don't know RPG Maker as well, and I don't think the tutorial works still on Linux. Still doesn't work right. It's still a little broken, actually. Um, the funny thing about this is, too, that this will not actually take up too much power because the grid is probably not going to be that big. Even if it's 100 by 100, that's only 10,000 things to check, which is not that long. And that's like nothing. That's like nothing for a computer. So this shouldn't be that difficult. By the way, I don't know if I'm going to like randomize the amount of I probably need to do a count actually before a count to see how many times I need to place something in the grid. Like what's the maximum amount of things I can place in the grid. Now we'll see. Or maybe it'll just be like a chance. Maybe it'll be like a weird chance where it's like I can make it like every 4 out of however many things there are. The more I think about it, this should actually be can contain resource. That's what it should be. There we go, that's better. Can contain resource. This one in the middle can. That's how it'll be. Good. And then the green, we'll say the green can also contain resource, because why not? Okay. So now I could technically test this after I make like the grid function. I could use the test zone. And the more I think about it, the base resource zone needs to... Oh, okay, we have this one. The base resource zone needs to have this... Actually, I guess not necessarily. It needs to have, like, the grid itself. Resource grid. These are the available nodes to place. Obviously, with this, we'll have to like roll a dice, and then that'll determine which one you do. These two kind of go together more. Resource grid will be one of these, which may seem confusing, but trust me, it isn't. It isn't actually that confusing. I'm gonna go check on something real quick. I'm sorry for the silence, by the way. I really don't listen to music that isn't copyright claimed. I'm all out of time. I think I gotta go to lunch, which means this is the end of this part of the stream today. Var resource. Let me at least do this first though. Yeah, that's actually all we need. The chance that we place a thing will be something else. Actually, maybe we'll make it a consistent thing. Cons. Can't to place. Equals. This is gonna be confusing, but we're gonna put a 30 here. Basically, if we're below chance to place, we place. If we're above chance to place, we don't place. And we're gonna roll a number from 0 to 100. Does that make sense? Resource grid things. Resources left will determine if an auto renewal should be done. Resource grid determines where resources go. Chance to place is randomly selected. That makes me realize I need a I need an RNG node. It's randomly selected. Chance to place is randomly selected or randomly rolled for each point in the grid. And then actually, the more I think about it, there needs to be... There was something else I needed. What was it? Oh, you know what needs to be here, actually? I keep forgetting var. We'll give them a free refresh if there's 0. This is the cost to manually replace the grid. I wish there was an easier way for me to do this, but I can't really think of it. If there is. You know, I really just can't. Okay, I gotta go now. They're being annoying. I'll work on the grid next time, tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream, we'll be working on this grid to make it work. Go ahead and save and quit. And just like that, it's lunchtime for me, so here's what I'm going to do. For the YouTube stream, this is an end broadcast. But for the Twitch stream, I'm going to be on this screen. And I'm going to change this to a new path, to a different thing. So I'm going to click end broadcast here.